How to read your enemy's mind in Counter-Strike 2. Predict your enemy's moves more accurately. In this video, you'll learn 7 tips to make better reads in Counter-Strike. I bet you like that. Tip number 1. Callouts. Hearing accurate callouts from your team can help you trace the enemy's steps and understand their plan. Make sure you do not give vague callouts. Tip number 2. Radar. Where is your team and what are they doing? Visualizing the situation your team is in on the radar can help your team utilize map control. Your radar is very, very important on gathering information of what the enemy team is doing and what you are doing. One quick tip is to make your radar a lot bigger and not centered around the player. To access your radar settings, to adjust them to your preferences, press Escape, go to Settings, go to Game, go to Radar. From here, you can adjust these settings to whatever way you feel comfortable. Tip number 3. Control the enemy's flow. Once your team has map control, the enemy's moves are easier to read. Your team will have a better understanding of where the enemy is, where they will be coming from, and the steps they have to take to counter. Tip number 4. How utility impacts enemy positions. Your team's utility can force enemies to relocate to a desired location. For example, you can molly pit, and now you know that that enemy who is in that location has to move to a different location. It saves time on clearing angles as well. Tip number 5. Locating the source of enemy utility. Knowing exactly where the utility was thrown can give away an enemy's location and leak their plans. For example, if you're holding an angle and you hear and see a flashbang, you're most likely going to get pushed from that location where the flashbang originated from. Be careful though, because sometimes some utility can be bait, which means you could get pushed from another location too. Tip number 6. Kill trading. Preparing for or against a kill trade. Holding angles that are most likely to be swung by an enemy after a kill. Alright, let's imagine this example together in game. An enemy pushes mid from the left side. I kill him. I immediately flick over to Boiler because his teammate's gonna push and try to trade me. I kill him as well. I immediately flick over to apartments because there's a guy in apartments and I kill him. I immediately flick over here because another one's trying to trade me and I kill him. I flick over here, kill him. It's really, really fast paced, but if you know the enemy's there, or if you're expecting the enemy to be there, or you're assuming the enemy's there, this is really helpful to do to hold angles that are possible for an enemy to try to trade you. Tip number 7. Enemy economy. Is the enemy on a save, eco, or buy round? What weapons are they using? This information can narrow down enemy locations depending on what weapon they are using. If they have an AWP, watch out for long or open angles commonly held by snipers. If they have pistols or shotguns, watch out for closed or tight angles. Those are 7 tips that you can use to read your enemy's mind in Counter-Strike 2. If you have any other tips and tricks, please post them in the comments below. My name is cookies.dll. Make sure you like and subscribe.